Welcome back, viewers. I am a battered wife, and this is my story, every word true. So, welcome to episode 15. And last time we had discussed about baby Molly taking birth and how she was so cute and beautiful when she was small. So, today I thought I would talk about how adults behave towards children. Certainly, sometimes the negative behavior is not purposely or knowingly done, but sometimes it's just embedded into the culture. So, that is what I noticed about Indian culture, especially uh, recently when I'd been watching some stand-up comedians and how they just joked about when they were like assaulted or hit by their parents, and the whole thing of being slapped, being walloped and being hit, and it's all taken in the stride and they laugh about it, and some of them even say that, oh yeah, I deserved it. And I've also heard adults say that I became a better person from the beatings and all of that. So that got me thinking, like the way we say different strokes for different folks. So not everyone responds the same way to certain behavior. So sometimes I feel, yes, that sometimes children do behave a certain way, or they have certain temperaments where, maybe striking them, at the right time or something works for them. But also for a lot of children, it is scarring, and I feel it is not necessary, and there are better ways. And so I have noticed a lot of times when the parents hit, I feel it was not at all required. Like, why would you hit? But maybe they had their own stresses, their own PTSD. So I remember once, like I told you, mom would work so hard on the farm. She would go to the cow shed early in the morning after serving breakfast and milk to us and that kind of thing. So once, what happened was, mom was working in the cow shed, and as usual. And then when she came out of the cow shed, she saw that in the yard somewhere, baby Molly had pooped, and then she was playing with her poop. And as my mom saw, baby Molly's hand went to her mouth. Now, Ruby, my older sister, was just 6 years older than Molly. So I was probably 3 when baby Molly was born, and Ruby was 6. So I guess this was within the first year of baby Molly's life. And my mom got so furious when she saw that baby Molly was playing in her own poop and had also taken it to her mouth, probably eaten it. She was so furious that she beat up the oldest one. She beat up Ruby so much, saying that I had asked you to take care of her, keep an eye on her, and here she is doing this. And I feel so bad, like that poor 6-year-old was supposed to do those duties of managing the little baby. That was really sad. So when I think about the violence of adults towards children, but then I also think back to how my own mom's oldest sister, Bibi, how she used to terrorize them. And then when I think of it, was it out of necessity because their mother was blind, and really it became Bibi's job to, be in charge of the kids? So I don't know if I mentioned this, but once, like Bibi did bully the younger siblings a lot. I guess she just had to get stuff done or whatever. And then I think I'd mentioned that she also bullied her own children. So what happened was, once, I don't know if I mentioned this before, she caught hold of my mom's leg and hung her upside down over the well. So my mom got very traumatized with that, a lot of PTSD from that. And then she did get phobias and all. She started getting panic attacks after that. She got terrorized, and like they were all very scared of Bibi. So if Bibi was on weekends, everyone's hair, they had really long hair. On the weekends, everyone's hair would be like washed and shampooed, and then in the evening, it had to be oiled and braided. So when BB was removing the knots from their hair, if they kind of cried or kind of tried to show that they were in pain, then BB would pull even harder. So all of this kind of behavior had my mom very scared of her. So if my mom saw that BB was scolding another sibling, then my mom would start running around trying to do something, so that BB wouldn't kind of get angry with her. So already, like, she was sensitive, I guess, and then BB's behavior kind of really was scarring for her. So with this kind of thing, I guess, then and I think in the Indian culture, people do feel it is okay to keep on hitting their kids. And unfortunately, even and sometimes it's your conscious and unconscious not agreeing with each other, or maybe your heart and mind. Like, I remember that when I used to be hit by the adults in the family, I used to feel so hurt and so bad that I had decided I would never hit kids. Like, if ever I had a kid, I would never ever hit that kid. But I did end up hitting the kids a few times, and I was not happy about that. That was never something I wanted to do. But it seems these kind of things get ingrained. Or was it the PTSD of my husband assaulting me and like ill-treating me? Or I really don't know. But I'm wondering, what if I had never been hit as a child? Would I then never have hit my kids? So back to that, yes, so Ruby did get a beating when baby Molly had that poop incident. Another thing that I remember, in my mind it is clear, I feel it's a clear memory. So I was 3, I don't know if it's an actual memory, but I feel it is a memory. So apparently when I got to know that baby Molly pees in bed, I thought that's something you're supposed to do. And then one day I did that, and I do remember very clearly that I preferred dad over mom. So I would always, uh, you know, prefer if dad was around. And mom had to be near baby Molly. So sometimes dad would come to just kind of lie near me, because they felt I was so too small to just be sleeping alone. So poor dad, that particular day, that one day when I thought, oh, baby pees in bed, I should also pee in bed. So that, and I remember in my mind clearly, I remember hesitating and not wanting to, but I thought that's something you're supposed to do. If baby Molly is doing it, I probably should do it. And then I kind of just did that. And then after some time, poor dad came to lie down near me. And then he was like, wait, the bed is wet. Because my mom had us all 3 of us, she had us potty trained, pee trained, whatever, by the age of 1 year. So there should have been zero chance that the bed was wet. So then dad was so surprised. And then he asked mom, and then they both asked me, kind of, they said, the bed is wet. I said, yes, I peed. And they were like, why did you pee in bed? And I said, baby Molly pees in bed, so I peed in bed. And then they told me, no, don't do that next time. So I was like, okay. And yeah, I'm a strange one. I remember once where uh, it depends on how children understand and interpret things. At one point, what I understood was that anything that tastes bad is nutritious, and anything that tastes good to me is probably not, because we were always told, oh, biscuits or sweets, mithais are not very good for health, that's just sugar. So to my child brain, it seemed that, okay, anything that tastes horrible, like we were told karela, which is bitter gourd, is very nutritious. And neem is good for us. So to my child brain, what I understood was, okay, anything that tastes horrible is good for you, and anything that tastes good is bad for you. So I remember once when I was in the bathroom, there was that soap with which we wash clothes, okay, the yellow soap. So I thought, oh my god, let me taste this. I don't even know why I thought that, but I tasted it and it tasted absolutely atrocious and horrible. So I thought, oh, if this tastes horrible, it's probably really good for health. So that was my child logic. And I forced myself to eat like half of that. It was a huge soap bar. I made myself eat half of that soap bar, thinking, now this is something that's really good for health and I must have it. And then later when my parents found it and they asked me about it, and they asked me, did you eat that soap bar? Because they saw teeth marks on it. And I was like, yes. And then they asked me why I had it, and I said, because it's good for health. Okay, so that's child logic for you. So anyway, we were talking about how adults sometimes think it's okay to hit children. One other incident that's very clear in my mind is in the Dapchari house, where we had to cross the yard, go up to that place where the water tank stored the cows' water for the cows, and basically all the water, running water was there. We were supposed to go there, wash our feet, and come back to the house to sleep every night. So I one day either felt lazy, or I felt, what's the point? Like, you wash your feet and again you walk over something which is your feet get dirty again. I don't remember what. But one night I did not wash my feet before sleeping, and my mom was very stern and strict about it. So then she saw that, and then she got really angry and she grabbed my arm. Apparently she flung me, and I got flung, and my forehead hit a wall corner and it was bleeding profusely. So till date, mom says that she actually just kind of grabbed me and I kind of flung myself. Now, in my memory, she flung me, I don't know. And obviously, she did not expect that my forehead would hit the corner and bleed. Until date, I have that scar on my forehead, and that was for not washing my feet. Until date, I don't like to wet my feet unnecessarily. I remember once, even at a Gurudwara, I got into an argument where that guy was insisting that I should wash my feet, and I told him my feet were clean enough, and all that kind of stuff. I don't like to keep on wetting my feet unnecessarily. So I am a clean person, but I don't like to unnecessarily keep on wetting my feet. It's as simple as that. I do wear slippers at the house. So yes, that was one incident where I remember the whole thing where we had to get it bandaged, and then there was a scab, and I remember standing at the field where my mom was in the field and calling out and saying, "Mom, it's itchy, can I scratch?" And mom was like, "No, no, don't scratch, the scab will come off." And so I have that clear memory about being beaten. There was another bad one, which was about these laborers. Do you remember I told you about these Adivasi, the tribals who would walk around asking for whether they could help out? So that's what they did for a living. The tribal Adivasis, they would walk around in the morning in that whole area and see if anyone needed help. So then they would be like hired for daily wages. So I remember once one woman came in with her daughter, and I don't know, my sense of humor, I think it was suppressed by parents not encouraging it or whatever. But I remember I thought I was just being funny. So that woman came and with her daughter, and my mom fixed her wage for the day and told her what to do. And I was just idling on the veranda, and I just told her, tum jao, nahi chahiye. I think I was like 5 or 6 or something. Like, you go. I told her, you go. Now I'm a little kid, and I don't know why this grown adult woman, like, she turns around and tells my mom, I am going. She's asked me to go. And I just, like, that was a joke. Why would she take it seriously? The adult has hired her. I'm a little kid. And my mom got so angry because she felt like with great difficulty she found a helper. And my mom beat me up so much. And I was wailing and crying, and I kept saying, I'm sorry. But my mom was just furious, and she beat the what out of me. And I was so terrified after that. Then my mom had called that woman the next day also. And the next day that woman came, and I was so scared about what had happened the previous day that I told her, tum aao, like, you come. Because I was so scared of what had happened the previous day. So this woman again turns around to my mother and says, I'm going, she's telling me to go. And I clearly remember her little girl telling her, no mom, she's saying come, she's not saying go. But I don't know whether that woman was a sadist or what. And then the next day again, I got the crap beaten out of me, and I was wailing, and I was like, no mom, I didn't ask her to go. But mom didn't listen. She just hit me so much. So these are some clear memories of being hit so much by my mom as a little child. And maybe that's the reason I didn't like her very much. I preferred my dad over her. I never really felt any love towards her. So adults think that, their actions don't have any consequences or their children forget or whatever. But I remember the beatings and it still hurts to this day to think that why was I beaten like that, you know? Yeah, these are some of the things. Uh, Next time I'll also tell you how so many times I almost died at Dapchari. But that's all for today. Thank you guys. Please do subscribe to my channel. Give a thumbs up if you like my video. And please do come back and listen for more. Thank you. Love you guys. That is my story. I'm a battered woman, battered wife. This is the story of my life. Every word true. See you next time. Bye.